Everyone reads as a to back from how to play today. We're looking at how to play the game Banana Split. Mm. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, ages 6 and up. It is from the US game system. Uh, Came out in 2007, actually, originally, I do believe. And you can find this online pretty easily, I do believe, on like Amazon or elsewhere. Flips open like this, kind of cool. A little bit excessively large, the box, but it is what it is. It's a game where you're going to be collecting toppings to fulfill ice creams. Pretty straightforward. You get 30 ice cream cards, 100 topping cards, a banana split playmat, and 4 ice cream stands that you can use. You don't necessarily have to use them. You get the rules, and you also get 38 of these point discs, which have different amounts related to the points on each ice cream. And so let me just set this up. So this is just a paper mat. I guess if you really wanted to, you could laminate it or put it on the board, but then you wouldn't be able to put it in the box. It's also not entirely necessary, so if it gets ripped up or whatever, it is what it is. You just need to have a draw and discard pile and a ice cream deck pile. And basically, you can shuffle up these cards, which are just a smooth plastic finish, and you'll put up 4 face up. And you can get these out. As I mentioned, these ones are cardboard, but a pretty thin cardboard. It's fine, but a little bit thin. 20 is the highest. That is a banana split, which we'll mention. Again, we got these ice cream boards which you can set up. The whole idea is you put your topping cards in behind here and keep them a secret. You can just hold them in your hand, quite frankly. I guess if you're playing with really young children, it might be harder for them to hold it in their hands, so you can use that. It's also more fun, perhaps, but I prefer to just hold them in my hand. So for the toppings, you get cherries, you get chocolate, you get kind of a vanilla whipped cream, and then you got some other special cards, which I will mention. Oh, there's also sprinkles. Those are the 4 main ones. You also get some wilds. These can be anything, and they can also, it's basically the only way, one of the only ways for you to get a banana split card, of which there's 2, I believe. Let me just get a couple of special cards out here. I think that's it for the special cards. I think. Yeah. So there's some special cards in here as well. There is Scoop, which is a take that card. It lets you steal another player's ice cream, incomplete ice cream card, and any toppings they have on that card. Take an extra turn. Pretty basic. You can also save this one for later if you want. And basically it lets you get an extra turn, draw an extra card, play an extra card, whatever. There's these draw 2 and 3 topping cards that you can hold for later. And again, instead of drawing 1 topping card, which should be over here, you would draw 2. And then, and that was it, I do believe, for the special cards. And then there's the wild, of course, which I mentioned. And it's a pretty basic game, family friendly. I hate that the rules unfold, and just, it is what it is. So it's 2 banana split cards, 22 each of chocolate fudge, whipped cream, rainbow sprinkles, and cherries, 4 wild cards, 2 of the draw 2, 2 draw 3, 4 scoop cards, and 2 extra turn cards. The playmat, the ice cream stands, and 38 point discs. And a partridge in a pear tree. So, let me just see here. So each player is going to get 5 topping cards to start off with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pretty basic game. As you'll see, on your turn, you can either draw a topping card, or play on an ice cream card. And as long as you have the first ingredient, you can collect, you can take one of those. If I did not have this one, I cannot go for this one. Even if I have chocolate, I need to go in order, basically, which is a nice touch. So, on my turn, maybe I say, you know what, I'm going to take this whipped cream, or take this raspberry, and I'll throw this card on here if I want. If I have other cards, I can throw them on there, and if I can complete it, I can complete it. I'll just do that. You don't have to play all the cards on there. You can wait until you get them all. Some would even suggest, I think the rules even suggest, to draw toppings until you get enough so that you can satisfy one of those. Because otherwise, if somebody gets one of those scoop cards, they can scoop this right up, and then they can finish it off and get those 8 points instead of you. But once you take a card, you will replace it. And you're going to keep going until you've gone through this entire ice cream card deck and made every ice cream. So then my opponent's going to go. He's got sprinkles. He's got cherries. He can get one of these too. One of these, really. So maybe he says, you know what? I got a cherry, so I'm going to take this one and put this one here. He cannot play the cherry because you need to do the chocolate first. It has to go in order. But that's their turn. They refill the market. And you just keep going around like this. Now, if a banana split were to come out, which is worth 20 points, it has a plus a rule here. You can take this with a wild card or all 4 topping cards at once. So unlike the other cards, I can't just go, I have sprinkles. I'll take this one and set it aside. No. The 20-point ones here, the banana split, you have to have all 4 ingredients in order to collect them. That would be all of these or a wild card. And then once you collect and complete a card, you would put it aside. You would take the chip, the scoring, and you put the card aside. And you just keep going until you go for the entire deck of ice cream cards. If you run out of topping cards, reshuffle, redeal. And whoever has the most points wins. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward game. It's family-friendly, lightweight game. I do like it. One thing I dislike is the end. It might get to a point where 1 or 2 people have ice creams that they're trying to finish, and you're just going around the table drawing cards and, discarding cards and waiting for these people to complete their ice creams. I think it would be better, if you go until you deplete the deck, and then everyone gets one more final turn to try to complete whatever they have, or whatever shows up, as opposed to going around and around and around, collecting cards and not being able to do anything, hoping to get the scoop card so you can steal a card from another player, I guess. That's what most of you are going to do if you don't have an ice cream in front of you and there's no more to collect, basically. So, the ending is a little bit eh. The rest is pretty cool. And, yeah, I believe that's all there is to it, really. I kind of talked about everything. So, yeah, that's Banana Split. It's a cool little game. Family friendly, like I said. Um, it's fine. It's nice enough artwork and everything. I don't even know who designed it. Does it say? I don't think that it does. Anyways, actually, sorry. Illustrated, designed by Jody Boginski. I apologize. So, yeah, pretty cool little game. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.